So, first impressions overruling early red flags. So,
What do
you
you mean?
so for example, your first impression of Jimmy is amazing, and he's an awesome guy and whatever. But there's some early red flags that start to creep up as you get to know him over a week or two.
Dude,
How
you need
long
to
do
get
you,
out of my head.
how long do you hold on to that early first impression and before you allow the red flags to be what they are?
Oh yeah, I love this one.
Are you going first? Are you going first or am I? You go first on this one.
Okay. So, as a man, I'll admit it. I am an absolute weakling. Sucker for a pretty face. And if the lady that I am on a date with is beautiful, I'm weak. So here's the thing. I call it the eye exam. Anybody who watches the show has heard me say this before. Mm-hmm. I have dated women from over 6 foot, over 200 pounds, to as little as 4'10" and 100 pounds, and everything in between. For me, it's all about the neck up. So if she's smart, she's funny, super cute, long hair, I'm a sucker. I fall for it. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap, Ian. It's a trap.
Woman trap.
It is. It's a trap for me. And women who know that, women are so much smarter than men. It's not even funny. They know it's a trap. And I will look past some first, second, and third date, and I'm being very specific here. First, second, and third date red flags. Because if she's funny, right? I'm, like a chick, right? If the guy's funny, right, makes you laugh, you have a good time. It's easy, right? It's easy.
Yeah.
You can look past some red flags, but I will say, in my defense, past a third date, probably even really a second date, but definitely past a third date, if it, like, you just can't deny the red flags.
Right. Sometimes the red flags pop up later.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tragedy.
How about if you're on a third date and she tells you she's married?
Oh, for Pete's sake. Then you haven't been checking CaseNet.
I'm not a CaseNet. Like, I'm just going to, I'm busy. Like, look, if you're on a dating app and you say you're single, like, yeah, and we click, right? We match, we bumble before we fumble. Oh my gosh.
People say a lot of things on dating apps.
You don't have to tell me.
I know.
So I'm assuming you're speaking from experience.
And Bumble is the
I'm
one.
definitely speaking from experience.
Yeah, me too.
So, for the purposes of the question, the reality is, I guess I'm a rejected, or I'm sorry, I'm a requested, but common sense would tell me I should be a rejected. I don't think I've ever responded like that before. So
But
I'm having a total dude moment. Absolutely.
You also say that your common sense goes out the window a little bit. You got to rein it back in. Yeah.
Well, even I'm still learning.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We all are.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, so I'm going to say when I see a red flag, the red flag pops up and it's a flag and it'll knot me I won't. That's it for me. That's it. However, I want to say something about first impressions. Sometimes, they say you don't ever get a chance to make a second first impression.
Mm-hmm.
And my first impressions have been wrong on people before. And I feel
Well,
like
that's interesting.
And sometimes I have a first impression that I'm not really, maybe I'm not into him as much, or maybe I don't know what I think. But then as I go out with them and I spend more time, then I start liking them more. So my first impression changes, and I feel like, so I try to give people a fair shake, because I know that sometimes my first impression can be kind of, I mean, I don't know what my first impression is for people because nobody's ever told me, but anyway, red flags though. If it's a significant flag, if it's a little red flag, maybe I'll overlook it. But if it's like one of these really big, like a really big red flag, done.